evening, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of Empowering Intuitives Talk Show. I'm your host, Reverend Dr. Michelle Walker, and I am always excited to do these shows. And tonight is yet another topic that I find so powerful and really needed right now. When I asked Spirit, what do we really need to talk about for humanity today? And the first thing that came to my mind was mindfulness. And, you know, you hear about mindfulness a lot in the New Age community. It's something that among spiritual people, it comes up so much more frequently. You hear about it now and not so much in the olden days, as I like to call them. So what exactly is mindfulness? Well, it is a mental state that you achieve by focusing your awareness in the present moment, the present, ever present now. And you do this while acknowledging and accepting your feelings, your emotions, your bodily sensations. You just observe. I call it the being the researcher, right? You're just observing, no judgment. There's no judgment whatsoever. It hones your skills for observation and, you know, mindfulness and choosing your words purposefully is what is really needed right now on this earth plane. So there's lots of ways that you can practice being mindful. Meditation is one of the most powerful ways. And there's lots of meditations. I teach several in my book, Empowering Intuitives. The Spiritual Toolkit for the Modern World has all kinds of tips and tricks to help you navigate the world today and help you with your intuition. And mindfulness is chapter 6. And, you know, one of the best things I love about meditation and learning about different kinds of meditation is there was a study in 2016 about meditation actually can help reverse the signs of aging. And they did this study among meditators, and they found that their brain age and health and their overall bodies seem a lot younger than what their chronological age is, you know? And I really feel like that's been something powerful in helping me look younger than what I am. And we're just going to leave it at that because a lady doesn't ever tell her age. But so mindfulness meditations are really great. And one that we're going to think about and talk about tonight is using your breath. And that's something that you have with you all the time. But mindfulness can help you doing this quick meditation. And we're going to do it tonight, can help you reset your energy. It can help you if you know, over my 30 plus years in healthcare, I've noticed my patients that are depressed, they tend to be focused in the past. People that are super anxious are worried about the future. But people that are really present in the now are kind of like just rolling with the punches. We learn how to navigate and ride the waves, right? And there's something to be said about that. Mindfulness is you're aware that maybe you have an upcoming event and you're a little anxious about it, but you're not focused and stuck in it. Your awareness is about what's going on right now. One of the things, if you follow me, you know that I love to teach body scanning, and that's something that we can do another time. But really, it's mindfulness and going through the body head to toe and just observing. You close your eyes and you just go, okay, how's my head feeling? Everything feeling okay there? What's going on there? And you just observe the whole physical body this way. And you notice, oh, okay, well, maybe I have a toe in my ankle or pain in my ankle or my toe, or yeah, my back is a little achy tonight, or you just observe. You don't judge it. You don't wonder how in the world you got it. You don't go down the rabbit holes of the pain. You just observe that there's pain, right? And you do this. And then what I like to do is if I'm going into a big event with lots of people, I do a body scan to see where I'm at, a barometer, if you will. And when I go into this room with lots of people, I use it again and I measure where I'm at. Am I still present? Did something change? Am I picking up other people's energies? Am I sensing that? And I begin to observe changes in my body. And then I can reset it and get back to baseline. So remember, if we're going to practice mindfulness, this is going to help a lot of people that are complaining right now with the intensity of the energies, people that are hypersensitive to the moons. We have this eclipse, we have a full moon, we have all these energies coming at us, right? So it's really a good time to figure out how to be centered and present in the now. So set aside some time every day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and observe the present moment as it is. The goal here is not to quiet your mind or attempt to achieve any kind of calm state. It is simply learning how to focus in the present now without any judgment. That's the whole goal of this. That's it. So if you notice during this exercise that you have some judgments, that's okay. Note it and then go, okay, we'll make a mental note, let it pass it by. I like to think about this almost like a ticker tape going across the bottom of the screens, or like a rolling creek or body of water, and just put those thoughts on there and let them float on by. Okay. And always returning to observing the present moment. That is the goal. And you do it for as long as you can. Maybe it's 5 minutes and that's all that you need. Maybe you're going to take more time to do it. But be kind. It's not uncommon for your mind to wander. It happens all the time. It happens to the best of us. It happens to me still to this day. Depends on the day, depends on what's going on. So just practice recognizing when your mind's wandering off, and then you just gently bring yourself back. Okay? So what I want to go through tonight is focusing on your breath, right? Because your breath is always there with you. You don't need any special tools, tricks, nothing. You got your breath with you. And you may find yourself, like I said, getting caught up in your emotions, your feelings, sounds, whatever's going on around you. It's best to try to find a comfortable place to sit. Just be comfortable. If you have quiet, even better, especially when you're beginning. Some leave your eyes wide open. But if you have a very busy environment, maybe start off just closing your eyes and observing. Okay. Notice what your legs are doing. Sit. If you're sitting on the floor, cross your legs, get comfortable. If you're sitting, sit straight up, spine straight, feet on the floor. Okay. And just let your spine hit its natural curve. You don't want to be all hunched over like this. You don't want to be sitting up so tall that your back is hurting, because a lot of us have that poor posture, but just let that natural curve happen. Put your arms at your side, palms up. Or you put them down, whatever you choose, whatever is most natural and most comfortable for you, okay? Drop your chin. I tell people close your eyes, okay? Or you can just let your gaze fall gently downward. Simply let whatever appear be your drishti, if you will, and just focus that in that area, okay? And let's find your breath and just bring your attention to the physical sensation of breathing. The air moving through your nose, in your nose, and out your mouth. Just focus it. The rising and falling of your belly or your chest. And then just notice your mind if it wanders from your breath. Just try to take it back to your breath. Don't worry, you can't get this wrong. So I want you just to focus on breathing in and breathing out. Just breathe in and focus your attention on your breath. What does it feel like? Is there a scent in the air? I'm burning sage, so I smell sage, and I just want to take that in and exhale. And just let it be your natural breath. I picture things coming in. My mind always likes to be visual, and I picture that beautiful oxygen coming in, just feeling my body with that beautiful oxygen. It's saturating your blood vessels and just making your body feel good. And exhale. Be kind. If your mind wanders, just practice observing without reacting. Just pay attention. And then come back to your breath. There's no expectation, no judgment. Focus on your breathing in your nose and out your mouth. And just keep focusing on your breathing. One thing that's great when you do this mindful meditation with the breath work, it changes your physiology. It does actually calm you down when you focus on your breath. I always feel more centered and grounded and balanced when I'm focusing on my breath. Notice any sounds in your environment. Notice how your body feels right now. Focus back on your breath. Just keep focusing on that. And when you're ready, take inventory. How's your body feel right now? Did you notice any thoughts or emotions? Did your mind wander? You can just open your eyes. So practice this. It doesn't take too long. Once you get proficient at this, you can shift really quickly. If you notice you're getting revved up or anxious because maybe you're around somebody that was anxious or has a lot of energy, right? Doing the breath work. I did this yesterday. People's energies in the office were off the hook. So I was like, I'm going to go back to my office, took lots of deep breaths and just did like a 5-10 minute meditation like this. Came back, felt really great, centered, grounded, balanced, back in the now. And it's like dusting off other people's stuff and their energy they're throwing, and you're right back at whatever it is that you need to do. Moms, especially stay at home moms. You don't get a break. You don't get to get out and away from the children. Go into the bathroom, shut the door. I can't emphasize this enough. Take a few deep breaths and do this mindfulness. It can help you reset when you can't get a break. So that's just one really powerful way that you can help navigate these energies and other people's energies. And if you know, especially teenagers are going through so much and they really tend to swing from, and when I say teenagers, I mean teenagers, young adults tend to swing into a lot of anxiety and depression and bipolar. At least this is what I see in my practice. And it's a lot of not having really good coping skills. And lots of adults have this as well, but I see a lot of kiddos that really struggle. Even young children in grade school struggle with anxiety and ADHD, and they don't know any kind of meditations. So if you know people like this, I highly recommend getting my book. There's lots and lots of exercises in there like this that can help you. In there is my body scan meditation that is really helpful too for people to really understand what's going on in your physical body and what emotions are attached to it. And that's a whole other topic. But remember, what I'm here to do is to help teach and to help you understand that you are very powerful. You just maybe don't have all the tools that you need. Not everybody does. I certainly don't have all the tools I need, and I have a lot of tools in my toolbox. So I'm always learning and growing and trying to find other ways to help raise my own vibration, help me manage the energies, manage the people that I work with and work for. And, it's just navigating the U.S. is the energies is really powerful. So we have to be mindful of that. Okay, so that is what I have for teaching tonight. So we're going to take a call, and let's see who we have here.
Danielle.
All right, I have Danielle with us, and you are in Fort Worth, Texas. Good evening, Danielle.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. All right, my dear. I'm going to draw some cards for you tonight and see what Spirit has to say. How's that sound?
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Ooh, just as a card went flying. Ooh, you have a major arcana. This is balance, and this is great. Take everyone's input into consideration, but merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. This is just great with a very powerful lion. And I feel like, this card is telling me that maybe some people have opinions about your life and really express those to you. Whether you agree or not, they don't care. They have their own opinion. Would you understand that to be true?
Yes.
And, what Spirit is really trying to tell you with this is that you're responsible for your own energy, and they really want you to find a place. This is part of something that you have to heal about. How to put this? Like, we all care about what other people think, but at some point we have to go, what I think about me and how I live my life is more important. And you try not to let other people's opinions affect you, especially if it's not in an approval way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes,
Spirit,
definitely.
You have good gut instincts, and you need to follow those, even if people don't understand. It always works out the way it needs to for you. And it takes, for other people observing your life, it looks like you're going in ways they would never understand how you got where you got. Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely it does.
Yeah. And it's
For sure.
like, yeah, but that's because you're following your guts and you're being led by your spirit team, but they don't get that. And I can relate. My life is very similar. People are like, what the heck is she doing? But, we got to go the way we got to go and live our lives, because that's what you're here to do. And whether you make whatever decision you make, it is what needs to be, so there isn't really good or bad or mistakes or things like that. But these are what we use for terms in our human form. But Spirit says it's all beautiful. It's all beautiful. You're getting where you need to be the way you need to be there. So, pish tosh, I hear somebody in Spirit going, don't even worry about it. Shake it off, girl. All right. And then I pulled this one. It's 7 of Winter. There is a better choice, not seeing things quite clearly and running away from the truth. So what I feel like, and this may be the same person or it may be somebody else, had said something, but it was the way that they said it was very off-putting to you. And you didn't hear the pearl of wisdom in what they had to say because of the way that they have to say it. Would you understand that?
Yes.
So Spirit is asking you to take in, and I feel like this has to do with maybe a big decision coming up for you, that you need to stop and ponder and think about this. And I don't know if it has to do with career, but I feel like a big change. You're thinking about a bigger change. Does this make sense?
Yes, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when they're
decision.
I'm sorry?
It's a very big decision.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what they're asking is that you really take the time to think about this. And so when when this card's saying you're not quite seeing it clear, I see a hawk, and the hawk has this big perspective, right? And they have a way of seeing it from an advantage point that we don't down here. So it's very similar. There's something that you're missing that's going to help you make this decision. And what I'm hearing is that this has, because you're emotionally charged to make the decision, that blurs it. And that happens to all of us, right? When you got so much emotion involved in the outcome of it, we don't always see it clearly. So the really helpful things that you can do to help you make a better, clearer decision is like the good old-fashioned pros and cons. Okay? And you can put your emotions on that, get them out, because you have to acknowledge them in order to move through them. So make a pros and cons list. And you want to put all your emotions on there, but you also want to put every aspect, the actual environment that you'll be in. What does that mean financially? What does that mean? There's just so many factors. Put them all in there, pros and cons, and weigh it out. And then once it's in front of you in black and white, I feel like maybe you'll see it a little bit differently, or it gives you new insight. Okay? So I feel like it's really important to take a moment, nobody's input, your input. And I really want you to either meditate before you do this, call in, say a prayer, call in your divine team, ask them to help you with it, because when we're emotionally charged, we muck it all up for ourselves. We all do this. So, but if you ask your divine team to help you, it helps neutralize those emotions a little bit so that you can see it. And something that also helps is if you picture this being somebody that you love and care about, and you had to make this decision for them. It's not you.
Okay.
You got to detach from the outcome to see it clear. So if you had to make this decision for a child or a loved one, you're going to weigh that all out. You're going to do your research. You're going to try to come up with the best answers, right? And then you're going to present your case, pros and cons, with all of the evidence. That's how you want to attack this, okay?
Okay. Yeah, definitely. That's good advice because I never looked at it that way.
And what I'm hearing is your team started laughing. They go, and pay attention when you sit to review your pros and cons list, that gut instinct that comes. Pay attention to that. They're going to ping you. So maybe it's like, I'm laughing at this because I've done this and they've done similar to me, and it does make you laugh when they make you aware in the moment. But so like you may start to read the pros and cons and you're going to be like, oh yeah, no. Or like whatever you start to get, pay attention to that, write that down. Okay. Because sometimes, in my case, it was, now the other part of this was you were running away from the truth. So that was the thing when I had done this, the first gut instinct, I was like, oh no. And it was because I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to hear it and I didn't want to see it, but I had to acknowledge that was really what was going on. Whether I liked it or not, didn't matter. It really was. And then that realization can help you be more informed. And if you decide to do it anyway, so be it. But you're more informed. Okay?
Okay.
Makes sense? All right. And so the last card I got was the 3 of Spring. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. This resonates, right? Have patience. There are more good things to come and satisfaction from a job well done. So they're just reminding you that, you're on the right track. You're heading there. You get a little restless and that's okay. But think before you leap. Think before you leap because there's good things coming. When you're impulsive out of emotion, being emotionally triggered, there's usually some form of, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Right?
Yes, all the time.
Well, I just want you to know that now there's a male that's stepping forward in spirit, and he feels very much like a father figure. So did your father pass into spirit? Okay, so he wants to step. Okay, he wants to step in, but he's pushy. He was like, no, I want to talk. I want to talk. He really wants to come forward for you. He's so excited. He's so excited right now. I'm like, he just wishes he could just reach out and give you a hug, and he's right there beside you. He wants you to know that he's so proud. He's so proud of you. And he says, maybe I didn't say it enough. He feels like he didn't say it enough. And he just wants you to know that you really are doing a good job. I know it's hard. And he sees your struggle and the heaviness that it weighs on you. And he says, now, I don't know if this is he's referring to a woman that's giving you a hard time. And I don't know if this is mom, but he's acknowledging the woman that likes to try to tell you what to do. And he's just saying that your sister, he's just, he's like,
or we haven't talked in like a year.
Oh, he really is trying to be the peacemaker here. And he wants you to know that she misses you. You miss her. There's been just like this. And I feel like you guys butt heads a lot ever since you were little on things.
Yes.
He wants you to he says, please find a place where you can at least be in the same room, talk. You don't have to be best friends, but he wants you to let go of what's keeping you guys separate. Find a way. He begs you because he says, if you don't do it before you leave the earth plane, guess what? When you come over here, you're going to have to work it out. So send her a text, send her a message, just tell her you love her and you're sorry that you guys don't talk and that, you aren't the BFFs, but you still love her, you're still blood, and you wish her well. He's just pushing that thought for you. And he just wants you to know that there is help around you. You have some good people, but you're too darn stubborn to let them help you. And he says, sometimes a little help is a good thing. Sometimes spirit, God, brings people into your life to help you, to offset some of the stress and help you out. And you're not having it. He's like, you just aren't having it.
True.
So does that make sense? Does that make sense, my dear?
Yes, it does.
He's laughing with you. He just says, I know how strong and independent you are and that you really have to find your way and do your thing. And he loves that about you. But he says, you don't have to be so stubborn sometimes. Allow people to just be who they are and try not to get involved in other people's stuff. I don't know. I feel like maybe some people are trying to draw you in into their drama and their stuff, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
He says boundaries. You need to just say, I'm sorry, but I really can't help you. I wish I could. I wish you well on this. You got to come up with a healthier boundary for some of those people.
Yeah, I have a problem doing that.
Yeah. He's also saying, I don't know if there's something coming forward about learning something. So I don't know if there's a workshop or some kind of training. Does this make any sense?
I'm in college at the moment. I should be graduating soon.
Okay.
About a month.
He's telling me about this and he's so excited. He's like, you're going to open up opportunity. And he's excited. He's so proud of you. And I feel like at one point, maybe you felt like you were going to leave school. Like you were just so overwhelmed at one point. And he is so excited for you that you have just stuck it out. He's just so proud. Trust and know he's with you. He's observing. He's celebrating with you. You're graduating. And he just wants you to know that there's so many beautiful things coming up for you. So just be present and pay attention to your gut instincts. Forget about what other people have to say and just have some fun. You deserve it. I'm going to leave that with you with so much love, my dear.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a great night. Well, thank you guys. And thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. And is this powerful energy, remember to do some meditation, and it helps you look younger, feel younger, and helps you stay more centered and calm. All right. Have a fantastic week. I'll see you next week. Namaste.